Good day, everyone. This is Lucy from Seaside Tarot channel, and I'm going to present a new deck to me during the Wheel of the Year for us down under. On the 1st of August, it becomes Imbolc. So my diary says, wake up and shake. Just when you think spring is never going to come, one morning it all feels different. The bite is out of the wind. It's a bit cold today, but then it's not the 1st of August yet. The temperature is just a little bit higher. The birds are out again and looking for a date. And the earth, you'd swear it was vibrating. And with that small sacred shake, the plants get all turned on, and before you know it, boom, it's Imbolc. The wheel has turned to the 1st of August, and Imbolc, a celebration of returning of the light after the depths of winter. It's a perfect time to ask for clarity of purpose and to set intentions for health and body, and to increase self-knowledge and know your true light to shine. Imbolc has its origins as a spring celebration honouring the Celtic goddess of Bridget in all her fire aspect. This beginning of the change of season was considered to be the time when I or you are able to shake off winter intrusion and take more action towards what you want for the rest of the year. My work output increases, my movement patterns change, and I choose to change what I eat to be more seasonally spring foods. All in all, I begin to lighten up. And that's true, I have started to cut certain foods out of my diet, such as dairy and gluten, and all the rashes are clearing up. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, so the deck I'm going to be using for August during Imbolc is the Baroque Tarot. And there's the Wheel of the Year. And I received this at the beginning of winter, but I've put it to one side. I actually went to sell it, and then I changed my mind. And I changed my mind because of Dustin's channel. If you get a chance, watch his channel. I'll put it down below, the name of his channel. I never can remember it. It's something physical, metaphysical, something like that. Anyway, I'll put it down below. And he does a very good presentation of this deck in that he explains the Baroque era and why this deck has certain colorations and is presented the way it is. In that the Baroque period spanned from mid-15th century to the 16th century, and I think possibly just touched the 17th century. The Baroque is a word. Barocco is derived from the word Barocco, which is a Portuguese word, a Spanish Portuguese word for misaligned pearl, a pearl that's not in a perfect shape. And that represents the architecture and the paintings of that period, in that they have something bold and bold statement to say, coming from the depths of the darkness of that period. And if you're interested in learning about Baroque art and architecture, there's some good channels on YouTube that been released this year about Baroque art, a 3-part series that goes into the reasons why Baroque art was commissioned by the Catholic Church in the mid-15th century to counteract the Puritan movements in Northern Europe. And you'll see a lot of their art is, a lot of the art derived from Northern Italy is very religious, and it's very bold, and it's trying to capture the audience because a picture tells 1,000 words, as we all know. And so the Baroque movement moved from Northern Italy down to, and changed and became much darker and more cynical and diabolical down around the city south of Pompeii. Can't remember. Oh dear, I can't remember the name. I've been there. It's where all the pizzas are. And so from there it moved, and of course that was a Spanish settlement when the Baroque era was around, and so it moved over to Spain. The Baroque movement moved to Spain. The artists started to be commissioned by the royalty in Spain and Portugal, and then it moved up to Brussels, and I think possibly Amsterdam as well. And then from there it moved across to the UK. So that series was quite fascinating on how the artists of that period were commissioned and why they were commissioned. So if you're interested in Baroque history, recommend those channels. I'll put the link down below as well. So what I'm going to be doing is using the Baroque Tarot during the month of August, because for me it represents Leo, and we've just had new moon in Leo, and there's a few spreads I might use for the new moon, and I hope this is filming, and the deck itself has all the colors of Leo. Look at that. Look at the gold. Leo to me is bold and golden, and this highlights all those colors. Look at the backs, aren't they beautiful? With the gold foil on them. So this is a blingy deck. A blingy deck that could go into the blingy category of decks. It has the I don't think I've got my pen here. It has the gold in the titles as well, and up here in the numbers. So I'll just flick through this quickly with you. So this is the deck that I'm going to be using during Imbolc in the month of August. And you can see the influence of the 15th and 16th century religious pictures. You could see that sitting on top of the Sistine Chapel. This one, Louis XIV, the sun god. You could see that in Versailles. So I used this the other day on a reading for a young lass, and was very impressed with the images and how it read for her. Look at the Queen, or the Empress, sorry, the Empress. Five of Wands, Four of Wands. So I'm really enjoying this deck. And there's the Three of Cups, one of my favorite cards. Represents some friends. And the Tower of, always reminds me of Tower of Pisa. Wheel. Magician. So you can see from the art in these cards how it captures that period from the 15th, 16th century. Within the religious connotations and the peasants of that period and the families and the royalty and the castles and the gardens. It was a new age. It was when the popes decided that they were going to stem the tide of Lutheranism and other Protestant religions through art. So I had thought, now what oracle would go with this? And I don't have too many from this period. In fact, I realized I have one I can use for this particular tarot deck that would blend well without it being out of place. And that I'll show you in a minute when I finish going through these. Look at the High Priestess. Knowledge coming from above, down below. Justice. And so I thought I'd dig out an old oracle that I haven't used in years, only because it would fit perfectly with this deck. It is gold and it has angels and archangels. Oh, look at the devil. And so, yeah, I love that strength. That came up in the reading the other day. I think that's lovely. I love that. So I thought, now what could go with this particular deck? And I thought, the Angel Oracle. So I dug it out of the cupboard. I haven't worked with this in years, at least 10 years. And it's hardcover, and I think you can still get it. It was first published in 1988. That's how old it is. So I don't think I bought it in 98. I think I got this one in 95. And I put it away because the cardstock's atrocious. And it just didn't fit with all the new vibes. So I think it fits very well with this deck, don't you think? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's pull this over here. Well, almost fits. And almost fits. Probably not quite the same, but it still has that Baroque feeling to it. So I'll use it with this deck. Can't think what other oracle would be good, unless you want to mention something down in the comments. Whether there's an oracle around that would go with the Baroque, but I'm looking forward to using the Baroque Tarot, I must say. I may try and look for another oracle, but at the present time, that's the one I'm going to be using. And so the Baroque Tarot booklet is not big. It just, it's got colour in the thumbnail. It's just got a paragraph and it's got a reverse meaning, which is enough because it's based on Rider-Waite. And that is what I'm going to be using during Imbolc. Blessings, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.